want to talk about why you can't escape your suffering, why you can't get out of your own suffering, and what you can do to bring yourself into a more peaceful state when you are in that state of suffering. Now, the first thing we have to understand about suffering is the need to escape our suffering is the reason why we continue to suffer. The reason that we suffer is because we believe that we need to feel different than we feel currently. And all of the true spiritual teachings teach you to not try to escape how you're feeling, but to go into however it is that you're feeling, to feel the emotions that you're feeling, to experience it no matter how painful it is. And when you do that, you find the dimension within you that is beyond the suffering, beyond yourself, that no thing, that thing behind that watches the suffering. Because wanting to escape the suffering is to create more resistance against the suffering, and therefore continuing the suffering. So if you want to get out of your suffering, you need to go into it. You need to recognize it. You need to see that it's not you, that it's just simply an emotion. These emotions arise out of certain activities, maybe that we are engaging in. If, for instance, if you see something sad on the news, maybe you feel an overwhelming sadness overcome you, or if you see something really negative going on in the world, then you might feel angry, which is why a lot of people that are in the spiritual community tend to try to avoid watching the news because they can't take that on anymore. They become so attuned to all of their emotions that they can't take on all of those emotions. It's just too strong. It's too powerful. So as soon as you learn how to accept the present moment and accept whatever it is that you're feeling, along with actually practicing being in the present moment, then you drop resistance. Then you can let go and be okay with whatever happens in this world. Now, when I say practice being in the present moment, it's not, I'm going to practice being in the present moment and I'm going to have an angry thought about something in the future or be stressed out about money. It's, I'm going to be fully in the present moment. I'm not going to worry about what bills need to be paid. Yes, we need to pay our bills. Yes, we need to go to work. Yes, we need to deal with our annoying coworkers. Yes, we need to do this and this. And we have things that we have to deal with every day. But those situations are in time. We're not in time. We're here now. So drop the ego, drop the resistance to wanting to drop the ego, or the resistance to not want to drop the ego. Or be here fully in this moment. There's a lot of people that like YouTube channels that are inspiring and encouraging. And I think sometimes maybe my videos seem like they're not telling you that, that life is going to get better or easier, which it can and will. As soon as you accept the fact that it may not get better or easier also is when it can get better and easier. It's a conundrum, it's a paradox. And once you learn how to play the game, then things can get better, but not until you learn how to be okay without things getting better first. And that's where I think some people that practice these techniques, maybe they get lost or confused about what it is they're really supposed to be doing. So I say this all the time on my videos. Learn to accept what you can't accept. Be okay in the now and don't think too much about what it is that you want. Just learn to accept now. And if you're having a hard time doing that, you have to look at some of your activities and decide, is this helping me grow spiritually? And if it's not, maybe I need to do less of that for a little bit, a little while until I can grow spiritually. And then once I've gotten to the point where I know I can stay in my consciousness, I can return to those activities. Because once you have come inside of yourself a little bit more and become conscious and can remain conscious throughout the day by observing our mind, observing our thoughts, observing our reactions in certain situations, we can engage in any activity that we want throughout the day and still remain conscious. It just takes practice to step back and stay in that stepping back. And then maybe you'll start to notice that things in your reality change because you're changing your vibration, because you're remaining conscious, because you're remaining observant of the person who observes the thoughts, not as the thought itself, but as the person that observes, who notices that they have a thought, who notices that they're the presence behind all of this thing, all of the suffering, all of the pain that you may experience, that you may attach yourself to. That's the point that we have to get to. So, in order to escape your suffering, just to recap, you have to go into your suffering, not away from it. You don't want to try to escape it, and it may suck and it may hurt, but eventually it will dissolve. I hope this video helps somebody. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.